got my nigga Kane, what you gotta say to these niggas? Yeah, real shit, real life. Here we go. Hey, I feel like Cross, I'm a motherfucking boss. I got the drip, and you know I got the sauce. I tell these fuck ass niggas get lost. Coming through your chimney like I'm goddamn Santa Claus. Hey, 2023, and you know I rock my chain. Nigga, boy, I'm grown, I ain't tryna play no games. Doing what we want, and we doing what we claim. It's crazy how they pussy niggas selling out for fame. Like, look at my neck, look at my worth, nigga. I'ma shine so hard, make it hurt, nigga. Been the way that I am since birth, nigga. Tabernacle in the stream with a church, nigga. I'm chosen, I'm chosen. I be in front of the camera posing.
Salute everybody, welcome.
And it's frozen.
Let's go, y'all.
Hey, yeah, I'm chosen. I am not stressed. I passed the test. Look at my name. Look at my team. You know we gon' win. You know we gon' win. Until the end. You know what I get, Stone C, like my name is Smith. Niggas talking, but I know he ain't shit. Niggas talking, but I know he ain't shit. Run up on me, I'ma make you do flips. Do a backflip. Niggas ain't cap like an actress. I don't fuck with niggas doing magic. Pull up on your mama and it's tragic. Damn. Woo, 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 hey, woo, 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 hey, yeah, hey. You can buy a watch, but you can't buy time. Every day I wake up, I'm on my grind. All that bullshit ain't on my mind. Don't need your help, my nigga, I'm fine. I'm real. Yeah. Hey, riding in my whip and I be changing the lane. Got my OG saying I be staying in their brain. Cause I'm going so dumb and I hopped in the game. Everything that I got came from excessive pain. Yeah, like,
comment, and subscribe. Let's go, y'all.
You know we going live.
Yep.
Got King on my right, he by my side. Keep it scrapping and shit, you know that's how we do.
Salute everybody. Get on up in here. Salute everybody, man. We back at it like crack addicts, man. It's your boy Cross, Boss Cross, Big CEO across your heart. We back, y'all. I got my stuff together. You see it. It's working good. Y'all let me know if y'all see any glitches. You know what I'm saying? And we just going to go ahead and get started. So I want to say salute to everybody coming in, man. Y'all looking for that merch. Y'all, what's up, T? Hey, Bass, salute, King. Man, y'all looking for the merch, man. Y'all can find the merch at crossyourheart.com. Put in the plug, man. You get 10% off. Not only that, man, do me a favor, man. Follow me, man. Cross Your Heart, man, on the gram, man, on Facebook, all that stuff, man. So we're going to go ahead and get into it, y'all. I want to see what y'all think about this. So I don't know if everybody done also heard, you know what I'm saying? You know, they shipping all the migrants and stuff and the immigrants that came over here and got asylum and whatnot. Now they got out of control. So it's starting in New York, right? So check this out. So what they end up got is they built this for the preschools and for the middle schools and the high school kids and all that stuff. Man, they built the gym. So they've been waiting on this gym for 2 years. Do y'all know that all the hotels in New York are filled up with the migrants? And so now they're busing them into the public schools to sleep in the gyms. Now the kids still got to go to school. Who is going to protect these kids, y'all? Let me know that. I need to know that. Who going to protect the kids from these people? So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to get into this. I want to see what y'all say, man. We're going to build on this because this is where the problem's coming in at. So they pushing these people in there. Now, if they had problems at the border and in these camps where these young kids were taken advantage of, salute Dolly Bear, people was taking advantage of. Just imagine in these public schools. So this is where we're at on that. So salute to everybody coming in here, man. I appreciate y'all coming up in here. So let's go ahead and get started, man. Y'all hit that like button
here in the
coming
city.
in.
Tonight, we're learning that several schools will be used to house incoming asylum seekers.
All right, as you can imagine, many parents aren't happy with the plan, claiming they were never told. Ashley Rodriguez live outside one of those schools in Williamsburg, Brooklyn tonight with reaction to the latest plan. Ashley.
Yeah, that's exactly what parents are saying. I mean, really, the city surprised everyone in this area that they were bringing migrants to be housed at this school. They told them yesterday afternoon. And not only that, the migrants will be taking over the newly renovated gym that services both PS-17 and MS-577.
Give it to your parents. Tell them to show up at 8 a.m. Gotta protect your gym.
Parents of PS-17 and MS-577 in Williamsburg.
What it do, Mikey? Mikey, I heard you party like a rock star. Boy, they said, hey, say, man, they said you party like a rock star, man. I'm glad to see you in here, man. I'm definitely tap in when you drop the link. I'm going to drop the link. I heard you you got to tell everybody about it, man, how the show was. I saw that, man. I saw the bill that you had, man. It was a great bill. Man, you know what I'm saying? I know you did. I know you did. Yeah, we're going to drop this. We're going to go ahead and drop the link. I know it's been a minute since I've been on him. You say you woke up at 4 p.m. I bet, man. I know you did. I can only imagine. So, yeah, man. So I want to see what y'all think about this again. What we got going on is these asylum people that are coming into the schools. And because they don't have any room for them now they have decided. We got Mikey in the building, y'all. Salute to my man, Mikey. Big dog, Mikey. I see you in the building. Yeah. No.
Party like
boo-boo.
No.
Boo-boo.
We turned up, man. None of that negativity shows up in real life, Cross. It doesn't exist. And man,
Right.
we party like yesterday. You see a lot of people, Cross, they party, and then the next day they can't party again. I'm at the gym right now, partying again, man. You know what I'm
See
saying?
what I'm saying?
I don't go to Planet Fitness. It really ain't for me. But I'm in this town, so I got to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah.
real talk. That's real talk.
I want to check the video out and I want to hop on the bill, man. But that's what we got to tell them, Cross. They don't understand. This is real life. This isn't internet. This is real life.
That's
Y'all
come
gonna
on,
see me
man.
in Cross real soon, but don't be mad about it.
Yes.
That's what's supposed to happen.
Yes.
So I'm gonna mute myself.
It's
I'm gonna listen to what's going on. But Cross,
already.
tell them what you got to say. Tell them.
Already. So, yeah, man, salute to them brothers right there, man. They had a great time, man. They did their thing, man. Salute to CW, man. You know what I'm saying? Hope you have many, many more, man. You deserve it. You done put in the work, did what you had to do. So we're talking about these people that now are at this, they're at the schools. These people that got the migrants end up moving over. Anonymous, salute. No. We just getting started. Salute to you, Queen, and everybody coming in here. Black Widow, Dolly, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Showing love. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody. Terry, especially Mikey coming in here. Baz, Dale, you know what I'm saying? Bulldogs and more people that's coming in here. Salute to y'all coming in. So let's get into this and watch this real fast, y'all. Check this out.
Stand outside during dismissal Monday afternoon, passing out flyers that say in big, bold letters, "Keep our kids safe."
I don't mind giving a helping hand, but when it interferes with the education of our students, yes, I do care.
Parents say they were given no notice about how many migrants are coming and who they are. Not only that, but the school's recently renovated gym is now off limits.
They waited like 2 years for the gym to get built and to come outside or winter locked up in the school.
The kids will effectively be under a lockdown during recess, and they blame Mayor Eric Adams. They intend.
So far, this is crazy. So these kids that are going to be in school is from the migrants, so they're going to be held on lockdown. But who's going to protect these kids from these people sleeping? Like, come on, bro. After a while, that shit going to be tore down. You're talking about a gym, a school gym that they're taking over because they ain't got nowhere to put them.
Wait, they're putting them in the school, like in the same school where the kids are going to school?
Yes.
Nah, man. You see, that's a dumb game. You play dumb game, you win dumb prizes, but this won't be a prize. This is gonna be messed up, man. What the
Yeah.
Cross? But where's the crossover? I don't get this, man.
Yeah, I don't know either, man. I started watching this. I couldn't understand this. It's mind blowing, bro. So now Maki is right, man. We're gonna hit it back. So again, this is the middle school right here. Middle school 577, where it's taking place, where they got a brand new building, a brand new gym, and now that the migrants have moved, they don't have nowhere to go. They're taking it over. So let's keep going, guys.
In Williamsburg stand outside during dismissal Monday afternoon, passing
Salute,
out flyers
Ashley.
that say in big, bold letters, "Keep our kids safe."
I don't mind giving a helping hand, but when it interferes with the education of our students, yes, I do care.
Parents say they were given no notice about how many migrants are coming and who they are. Not only that, but the school's recently renovated gym is now off limits.
They waited like 2 years for the gym to get built and to come outside or winter locked up in the school.
The kids will effectively be under a lockdown during recess, and they blame Mayor Eric Adams. They intend to tell him what's on their mind through a rally Tuesday at 8 a.m.
The mayor really got to look into the law, into what's permissible.
The location of PS 17 and MS 577 is now one of 150 temporary shelters in the city, not counting the 6 locations recently designated.
Man, this is crazy, bro. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't want my kids. Man, you talking about people that are not even documented in the complete fashion. There's no, like, you're gonna put these people already. They said the hotels were already being ran down. So you telling me you're gonna put them in a public school with kids, a middle school kids?
And man, I'm gonna hop right back on here once I get out the gym. They got music playing, and I don't want to get the channel in trouble. But I want to build on it.
Bet.
I will be back. You got my word.
Yep, I'm on here. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, off taxpayers' money. Bad. Look, man, this is crazy, ain't it? Like, you got all these people, and you don't know what to do with them. Like, what were they gonna do? What did they thought when you bring all these people over here? They ain't got no jobs. These people don't have no jobs there. They don't got nothing. You just leave them there, and then, man, come on, man, how they gonna work?
News coming down as 4,200 migrants arrived in the city last week.
It doesn't have to be in the public schools. They can put them somewhere else.
PS 17 does have a standalone gym. You can see it right there. The only issue, according to parents, is that they have to leave open the gate so that migrants can come and go freely. And as you can see, the school is just feet away.
Oh, see what I'm saying? You telling me that they got to leave the gate open. Man, that is dangerous. So they go from, man, building a nice, whatever it took. Yeah, bet you that they will get, expedited when they will. And them kids going to have to suffer, man. Them kids got to suffer, dog. They going to have to suffer for this. This is crazy.
There's no safety. They're giving us one safety officer, just one additional one. We only have 2 for a school of 700 kids.
See, that don't make sense. So they're going to give them an extra security guard, which makes 3 to 700 kids. And you said my niece lives in El Paso. The migrants coming over seeking asylum are young teenage men and young adult men that are seeking asylum because it's dangerous, yet they leave their wives and children. You're right. Yeah, I'm not surprised at seeing wives to all the foreigners. Like, yeah.
The mayor's office responded, saying, "We are out of space. As the mayor has said, nothing is off the table as we work to fill our moral mandate. But we should all expect this crisis to affect every city service."
That's not fair. And it only happens on low-income communities where our children are failing and not empowered in any way.
Man, that's powerful. She is so right. And that's sad. Like, you're going to put these people in low-income area. Charleston White, what's up? This is what's wrong with our country, putting illegals before our own. Facts. And that's the truth, man, because like I said, this is sad. When you sit there and think that you're going to put them kids, and everybody worried about what's going on around here, but then you take these kids right here and you put these kids in, man, come on, man. That's sad, bro. That's just completely sad. And it's very unfortunate. You feel me? Remember when Trump had the borders almost under control and was written agreement with Mexico? Yeah, for real, man. This is why Trump is trying to drain. Man, he been trying to do that.
makes me angry.
So again, the city says it has opened 150 shelters. 8 of those are large-scale humanitarian relief centers, but still, there's just...
And I hate that. Did y'all hear what we hear what they said? You hear what they said? Humanitarian. I can't, boy, humanitarian centers. Man, that's just you bought a building, you was the one who bought the building, and you threw the people in there, and you mess around and get some money for it. It's a write-off. Every one of them coming in is a check. They ain't doing it for no being nice. This ain't no humanitarian type thing. You ain't doing this out the kind, because you got homeless people on the corner right now. You got people that's already addicted to drugs. So there ain't nothing humanitarian that you're doing. Nobody ain't doing nothing for free, especially the ones that's trying to. They trying so much to do that. Man, come on.
no space. The city has already taken 65,000 migrants since January, and today the city says that we can expect to receive hundreds of asylum seekers more every day. In Williamsburg.
You hear that? I don't want to offend anyone when I love people know that, but come on now, take care of the Skid Row and all of it. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's nothing wrong with saying that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, man, we got to understand something, man. This right here, man, is out of control because there's other people before them that went through certain processes. And then by them putting them all, like, think about it. You telling me they didn't take in 65,000 people. But what about the jobs? Has jobs increased? You seeing more people working? Man, you're not seeing that because a lot of them, again, and this is where we get into once I bring this up, you know what I'm saying, that whole Title 42. And see, people don't understand that Title 42, I don't know what's going on, but my man stopped it. I mean, he ended it. So what is all these people going to do? That's my whole thing. I don't understand what these, what all these people going to do once they do that. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull this up. But yeah, so far, what y'all think? So how do y'all feel about that, man? You telling me that kids, because I wouldn't want my middle school, and that's the thing about it, when you stuck in a situation like that, man, I wouldn't want my kids nowhere in the world in a situation like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just couldn't see my kids being put in there, and they're forced to be put in there. Yeah. The crime rate, oh man, hey, that's what I said, Baz, crime rate finna go through the roof, bro. There's no way in the world, dog, that you telling me that this is gonna be a good thing. This ain't nothing good about it. And they just taking these people and they shuffling them, and eventually they're gonna get pissed off. And they're gonna say what's happening. And then they're gonna start going after people. After a while, if you ain't answering them, they're gonna start snapping. That's why I'm like, I don't get, I don't get where they, I don't get it. So what we gonna do is, let me pull this up. So I want to show y'all, you know what I'm saying? I want to show y'all make sure y'all hit that like. I want to show y'all about this whole, it's crazy in Houston, it's against the law to feed the homeless. Wow, I didn't know that. It's against the law to feed the homeless. And that's because other people probably done messed it up. And then you ask yourself, why can you not feed them? It's your money. Hey, if you let them get you, like we said that one time with Mr. Smith on it, they let you let them get them, that's your fault. But at the same time, if you're doing it out, you're supposed to feed. Yeah, man, that's crazy. You're supposed to feed, dog. I don't get that part. So let's see, I'm going to pull this up. And we about to show y'all, you know what I'm saying, really what this whole Title 42 really means. And they're talking about it from the place in Florida too, because in Florida, people don't realize a lot of those houses and those places are built by migrants, you know what I'm saying, and immigrants, people that are legal that's over there, but a lot of migrants over there. So let's see what that means for them.
Order watch is on as Title 42 expires midnight tonight. That policy allowed authorities to turn away migrants at the border to help control the spread of COVID-19. But now as that order ends, thousands of people are flocking to the border all at once. And tonight, Scripps News correspondent John Moan on scene in Brownsville, Texas, taking you right to the heart of this story.
The refugee camp sits on a sharp bend of the Rio Grande. It's just a swim away from the U.S. border near Brownsville, Texas, if you dare.
Pero ya no teníamos más nada porque no teníamos otros recursos. Pero era el único medio de nosotros poder pasar y cumplir un sueño, una meta final.
Luz Marita Yairia counts herself amongst the thousands of Venezuelans at this makeshift community in Matamoros. It's one of the most dangerous cities in northern Mexico, where migrants often fall prey to kidnappers, gangsters, and rapists.
See what I'm saying? And that's just in the area where they're trying to get over. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to keep
She's
going.
just one of many desperate men, women, and children stretching along the U.S. border, trying to navigate recent and confusing changes in U.S. immigration policies. The Trump administration invoked Title 42 in 2020, using an existing public health policy to prevent COVID from spreading as a substitute for immigration law. It resulted in the expulsion of millions of asylum seekers back to Mexico. The policy expires just before midnight tonight, with President Joe Biden announcing more legal pathways to reach the U.S. But White House officials are still discouraging migrants from trying to cross over.
See what I'm saying? This is crazy. So we're going to keep going, y'all. Let me go a little bit forward. See how they're right here. If they want to do, I was glad to stay, you right, with my brothers and sisters called different creed and religion, bring it, right? Facts. Facts.
Does not mean our border is open. In fact, it is the contrary.
The new policies are confusing to many migrants, many of whom are desperately trying to score an appointment at a border checkpoint on a glitchy app with only 1,000 available spots a day. Some have tried for appointments for months with no luck. People can also try for asylum through humanitarian parole, although it's limited to Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans.
Huh. Yeah, that's wild. That's crazy.
The last option is to cross illegally and begin a formal deportation process. Families and children
Salute, Jersey, salute.
Will most likely be put on a slower track, meaning they can live and work legally in the U.S. until a court hearing. But most single adults will be likely removed quickly. Migrants also face what's called a transit ban. That means they must first seek asylum in countries they've passed through, which can be an extremely lengthy and potentially dangerous process. But if they don't and cross illegally, U.S. immigration officials can block entry and deport them.
Let's set up regional processing centers. Let's work to make sure that people have options so that.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of it, you got to understand, like they in trouble, bro. Like I said, with this whole, with the public schools and stuff like that, and they pushing people through that. So what it does is just ends everything. They're going to have more confusion because remember now, allegedly, let me get my little one straight. Okay. Allegedly, it was the borders were open, but it wasn't, but it was, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. This is crazy. So I want to know again what y'all think about that whole thing. Jersey, I don't know if you saw it. We were talking about like there in New York, how they messed around. I don't know if you saw how they messed around and moved all those people that was migrants into the schools, into the middle schools, right? So you know what I'm saying? And for people that don't know, into the middle school. So now, like, it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because how are they going to be able to do that when these, you know what I'm saying? You got these kids, man. Like, people ain't understanding these darn kids. The kids come first. And they ain't, they ain't trying to hear that. They're not trying to hear that. So give me 1 second. I'm about to pull this one up. Hold on. Let's see, where is it at? Let's run this one back that we were talking about initially about the public schools and what's going on. So salute to everybody coming in.
Crisis here in the city. Tonight, we're learning that several schools will be used to house incoming asylum seekers.
All right, as you can imagine, many parents aren't happy with the plan, claiming they were never told. Ashley Rodriguez live outside one of those schools in Williamsburg, Brooklyn tonight with reaction to the latest plan. Ashley.
Yeah, that's exactly what parents are saying. I mean, really, the city surprised everyone in this area that they were bringing migrants to be housed at this school. They told them yesterday afternoon. And not only that, the migrants will be taking over the newly renovated gym that services both PS 17 and MS 577.
That's crazy, man. I just can't believe a brand new school. Maybe that was the whole reason for the school. The end game is no freedom, United States. Yeah, the land is stamped. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, I don't understand how you can just, without even telling the parents, you ain't told the parents how they feel. Do they feel comfortable? Like, they don't, you know what I mean? Like, you just can't assume that they child, you talking about middle school folks, man. Salute, Anonymous.
Salute, Cross. How you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing all right. Just forgive me because I gotta go back and forth between my little ones, so I might have to mute myself so I don't disrespect your live.
No, you good. You good. So what do you think about this so far?
And I didn't get to, check the one where they was talking about COVID and all that stuff because my little one. But with this right here, with the
school
you
thing,
you got people in the U.S. that are struggling hard. Poverty has been going up through the roof. And it's like, and not only that, I love all people, understand that. I'm not hating on anybody,
Right.
I'm not that person. But you need to take care of home first before you start taking care of everything else. All this money that they be sending to Ukraine, but we out here, even in New York, they got Burger Kings where a kid's meal is like $10.
Right.
Cheeseburger and fries is $20.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like $20 for a pack of chicken, and it's crazy. We struggling out here. It is.
Well, you think, and like you said, look at it like that, and then just the thing about it being a parent, and then they tell you the day before, oh, by the way, the new school is going to be here for migrants, and they're going to stay here. So this is what it is.
Nah, man, screw that, because I wouldn't even want my daughter around that. And it's not like on some judging stuff, but off of the foreigners that already come out here and the ones that I come across, and through the DMV, they're sickos.
Right.
They don't have this, I'm saying, like, we got people that's homegrown from here and they still messed up, but majority of the crap that be going on is usually from foreigners. Whatever they running from, and just they could say is like they got a whole bunch of stuff going on from their country and everything, but it's either majority of them probably did something crazy and they trying to run and they're gonna come over here.
Yeah, that's the majority. Yep, that's the majority of them.
We don't know who these people are.
Right. And that's the thing about it. People don't understand. We're not saying that, everybody does it, because it messes up for everybody. But man, when you got this fluctuation of all this fatty coming in, and then you got this going on, it's too much. And now you're telling me that the kids, because like that woman said, because they're inner city kids, you telling me that they have to live like this, because it puts people, I don't know. So
I mean, it's New York. It's New York. I know that, I've been all through New York. I spent a lot of time, all the way from Manhattan to the Rock, Elmira, and
right.
It's majority of foreigners, especially Asians. Like Asians, they almost run New York at this point.
Right. But the migrants here, they the ones that don't have, you talking about somebody coming over here don't have nothing. Alley Cat, salute, and they don't have nothing. That's why this what blew my mind. So out of that Title 42, I want to show you this. So this is what's going on right now that's in Florida. And like I said again, so I brought that one up about what that does to people. So check this out. This one gonna blow everybody's mind. This is what's going on out there, the work fields now.
Florida has been home to migrants, and many times they do work that others may not want to do or are able to do. But a new immigration crackdown by the Florida legislature and Governor Ron DeSantis is now making it harder for them to live and work in the state.
And even though the policy is not yet in effect, CBS News Miami's Gabriela Arzola shows us how it has already shaken the undocumented community along with employers they work for.
A recent survey from the Migration Policy Institute says there are around 800,000 undocumented immigrants right here in the state of Florida.
That's crazy, ain't it?
It's always gotta be Florida or Texas. Anytime I get says, here in Florida, Texas, I already know it's gonna be some crazy stuff. I already know.
See what I'm saying? So that people don't know that already, and that was just then. So let's keep going. Listen how much money was spent too.
Taking jobs like construction and agriculture, but that may not be for long. Around South Florida, labor workers are becoming more and more scarce by the day, according to some employees.
People aren't showing up to work because they're scared of being deported.
And critics say Senate Bill 1718 is to blame.
None on the desk, Mr. Speaker.
According to the bill, businesses could face up to a $10,000 fine per undocumented employee.
See what I'm saying? They about to, man, ain't nobody finna see, but they making millions of dollars, but they ain't doing it. They should have told them, and half of them know when they hire them. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what's going on. Then you bring
half the time it's a deal anyways. Like they, it's like, okay, we know you're going through this situation. We're gonna go ahead and just put you, it's nothing but, fraudulating paperwork. But there's got to be some kind of deal that's going on, because if they have that big of a risk to get caught with these people, there's got to be something bigger going on to compensate that, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's true, because, I mean, it don't make, like I said again, like, why they end up giving these people this, you know what I'm saying? And now they're stuck in a situation. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. Some of this stuff, when I be reading, I be trying to put it together. It really bothers me. Let's keep going.
It's part of a plan. It's part of a plan. There's some plan going on, and I've been saying that on a few of your lives. There's a plan going on, and and I honestly think they want us to come together. They want us to come together for a reason, and it's going to be a reason to where as though everybody that's important is going to be shipped out of here to someplace safe. God knows only where.
Yeah.
And then it's straight up. They've already, discussed, like, I think they're doing some sideline stuff with the chemical warfare and everything. Like, it's going to be man, we all about to be X'd out.
Yeah. I feel that too. I ain't gonna front. Like, I think it's just something is going on, and it's like we say, from everywhere. Let's keep going. Y'all hit that like button, y'all.
And the state could revoke their license. For construction workers like Jose, he says half of the workers are already gone.
Leaving thinking they're going to be deported, so they're going to other states.
The bill also includes hospitals. Each facility that accepts Medicaid has to submit that person's immigration status, according to the Florida governor's.
See, and that's what it's gonna come to. And I don't understand how if you get everybody to come over here, you got them people in them gyms, and you got all these gyms. How are they gonna get this medical? How are they getting medically treated if you just putting them in a gym? Like, I don't even get it. I don't
There's still
understand.
free
Like,
clinics. You gotta think about it. There's free clinics. Even in Virginia, there's clinics where it's like, no, you don't even, as long as you fill out a paper with a few numbers for the social security number, and then, put down a name, everything is comped.
Yeah, that's true.
It's really not as hard to get it done.
That's true. And you better believe somebody around there think about people that right now are getting paid off of coming up with all this stuff for these people. Because I'm saying somebody doing it. They making somebody making some bread. Somebody. Let's keep going, y'all.
Website, taxpayers paid more than $226 million in healthcare costs for undocumented migrants last year. Now, working migrants like Juan say they're being threatened daily.
We are being treated like delinquents. They talk about ICE and police, and everything here is just really uncomfortable right now.
With the tens of thousands of migrants coming through the Texas border, Governor DeSantis says this bill should deter illegal immigrants from coming to Florida. But for those that are already here, like Maria, she says she'll stay, pray, and continue to work to help her family in hopes that she won't be deported.
Working hard to help my family seems impossible, but I just have to pray to God that everything works out.
The bill still needs to be signed by the governor, but once that happens, this law will take effect July 1st. I'm Gabrielle Arzola, CBS News, Miami.
See what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Everybody pushed so hard to get Trump out for whatever reason, but this is what he was trying to stop because it was going to be more money, and
Yep.
it was going to affect all of us. I mean, even though I think it's all kind of like pretend money, if that makes sense. I mean, just like with banks, it's like they
Right.
say, "Oh, we're just gonna go into the computer and add a few numbers to it, and it shows up on your account." But it's fake money. It's non-existent money, and the only way they making it back is for whatever interest rate is going on with the banks and stuff like that. But this is all,
Salute, Mr. Smith.
everybody's in there. I mean, I'm not a left, I'm not a right, I'm not nothing. I got a mind of
Right.
my own, and I'm against everything that they doing. But it's, man, Trump try to protect us from this now.
Yeah, for real. No, you're right. Because, I mean, you sit back and look at it, man, it become dangerous, man, because people don't understand what's really going on. And they ain't, and like I said, they ain't playing, dog. And I don't understand why would they bring all these people over here when they knowing damn well it's almost like they set them up to get locked up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because I mean, you already got enough people that they have their papers. They came over here legally, and they work strictly to send money home to their family members. And that our dollar is way different than other countries' dollar. But I can't help but to keep saying, man, it's part of a plan, and it's like they need somebody to blame.
That's crazy, dog. I'm telling you, this is getting out of control. It's getting really out of control right now. I don't care what nobody says. Um, man, dog. For me, man, I think that, you know what I'm saying? Um, that we got to do better because I'm telling you, it's like people doing some crazy stuff, and you got these type of people that we don't know. Nobody knows them. They're not telling us like how many people that's coming in, how many people coming into your state, which you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Like you got these people, like I said, you talking about regardless. Like we talk about the school. It's a gym full of kids. I mean, it's a gym full of people, whether they be, teenagers or not. These people, you don't know what they are. You don't know if they've been medically checked. You don't know none of that.
That's what I'm saying. And now they bring the kids into it. The kids can't protect themselves. The kids don't know what's going on. You don't know what that, they got different times and beliefs and everything in different countries. And we don't know how that's going to play out. But I got a feeling it's going to play out ugly.
Yeah. Yeah. I even heard, I'm telling you, man. They said migrants crossing the border illegal. I'm looking at it now. Will be deported, and they're not playing. I'm telling you. That's why I don't understand. I just don't. I don't get it. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I just think they putting a lot of people, other people that really like life in danger. You got families' life in danger. And like I said, you at the schools and you can't go nowhere else. Okay, you get not only do you got the crime there, now you have it's almost adding to the population of poverty over there. Then what you do? Are they really trying to do like they did back in the days and push them out and they be the new hood now or what? It's just crazy.
That's like the Nazi days. It's like, it's going to be a whole different form of a concentration camp. And they already started technically, how I was looking at it is that's what they was already doing in Texas when, Trump was in office and putting all the kids in the cages and stuff like that in Texas. It's like a whole different form, but you don't know what these people are running from. Yeah, they could say, oh, because it's so bad in their country, blah, 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 but not everyone is running for that same reason. You can have whole pedophiles, you can have whole murderers, whatever, rapists coming over here. Kids do it too. You show that on plenty of lives as it is.
Now I got this is crazy. You're absolutely right. I got one here. I was trying to pull it up. This one right here happened today where Texas is sending migrants to Colorado now. It's like, man, it's crazy. They just shuffle them.
Mexican governor finally did today what people here in Colorado have long suspected he might do.
There were 41 migrants who arrived on a bus commissioned by Governor Abbott and the state of Texas. They came to Denver Civic Center Park this afternoon. 9 News reporter Angeline McCall had the chance to speak with a few of the migrants long after they got off the bus. And Angeline, they shared an interesting story with you in Spanish.
Yeah, we spoke with several just a little while after they got off that bus, and many said that they were thankful for what turned out to be a free bus ride. Several told us that Denver is a final destination, and others said that they're continuing someplace else. So one guy told us he's going to Chicago, for instance, and this gets him a little bit closer. Now, Governor Abbott says that he sent people here, migrants, 41 in total, the city says, and 7 were children that arrived in downtown Denver this afternoon. In a press release, Abbott said until the president does more, he will continue sending migrants to self-declared sanctuary cities like Denver. When we asked the people who rode that bus, they said it did not feel like a political game or stunt to them. For them, it simply meant a free bus ride. So we asked.
And see, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they telling people it's free bus rides. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what we talking about?
Go back in the history. Yeah, hop on this train. We're gonna take you somewhere. Next thing you know, you in a gas chamber somewhere.
Man, yeah, and dime 10, salute dime. What we're saying is, you said, what's this all about, though? Man, this is about. It started off. We was talking about how they're moving a lot of the migrants into the actual public schools, into and they're being overpopulated. They're shifting everybody, and they're talking about how the crimes and this Title 42. So a lot of them are really undocumented, from the transition of coming across. So it just makes it dangerous. So we're just talking about the different things. Like this one today, this is what Texas is doing now. They're sending people to Colorado now.
One man what he would say to the Texas governor.
No, que agradecido con él y gracias por el apoyo que nos brindó de sacarnos allá hasta aquí. Y en verdad muy agradecido con él.
Up until now, we've seen Texas nonprofits chartering buses. We've also seen people paying their own way to get a bus ticket and then make their own way to Denver. So this is really a first to see the state of Texas and the governor of Texas chartering a bus with people to Denver. And Mayor Hancock in a statement said that this is really political theater. A spokesperson for the city told me that they are concerned about more buses like this arriving with more migrants. So you have this kind of difference of.
You already know. That it's gonna be like that. You see what I'm saying? They know it's gonna be like that. That's why I say he's sitting them on the bus. Man, ain't give them no bread. Just like, hey, we're gonna put you on the bus and this gonna be your destination. That's crazy.
It was just crazy because of her choice of words. Because her choice of words with their nonprofits and try to make it sound like it's a whole good thing. And it's like leading blind sheep at this moment.
Nah, you absolutely right. This is crazy and it bad. Yeah. So I got this one too. I want y'all to see this one too. You know what I'm saying? And we just going to build off of this. And again, this is all coming from all this. So let's see. Let's see if I can, hold on, give me one second. Let's see if we can pull this up.
I don't trust anybody that look dead in the eyes. It's always the news people, politicians, government, anything. They always look dead in the eyes, like brainwashed dead in the eyes.
Nah, you absolutely right. That's why I said. And what's so, let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. It's still trying to come through. So, yeah, but I just, like you said again, I just think it's crazy because we don't know the plan, but like you said, there's a bigger plan. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand that. And these people really, they're running out of places to go. They don't know where to go. They ain't telling them nothing.
It's a viral thing. Texas already has so much heat on them from, when Trump was in office, putting them in cages and stuff. Texas already got enough on them as it is. They got to spread it out. So it's going to be a whole, more so of a nationwide issue.
Facts. Nah, you're right about that. And that's the sad part, that, people don't understand that it's all political at the end of the day. And they're gonna make sure that at the end of the day, somebody gonna get that bread. And it ain't where, and it won't stop.
It don't matter. It don't matter who's in office. It don't matter. They're all trained and ready to go with whatever's going on. Everyone looks at the president, whoever's in office at this time, as calling all the shots and, executing everything, but they brainwashed and ready to go.
Right. So no, you're absolutely right. And like I said, man, a lot of people look at it so many different ways, and I just think that it's a little bit, like I said, it gets scary. So now I'm gonna show y'all this video, where this video actually talks about, and we go in here and build on this one, where, hold on, let me get it right. Hold on. All right, and this is gonna show you about, it's gonna give you some little statistics and stuff about the struggle and trying to provide, shelter. You know what I'm saying? So let's check this out.
After the end of Title 42, officials with the Homeland Security and State Department say they have seen a sharp drop in migrant crossings at the southern border. Officials said Wednesday that Border Patrol agents have averaged roughly 4,400 apprehensions per day since the pandemic-era immigration policy expired. That's down from the daily average of 10,000 just before the restrictions ended. The U.S. has also been deporting more people, with thousands of migrants, including many from Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, being sent to Mexico or their home countries.
See what I'm saying? Why are they sending Venezuelans to Mexico? They only sent, that's crazy. Let me play that back just to make sure I ain't hear that wrong.
Of 10,000 just before the restrictions ended. The U.S. has also been deporting more people, with thousands of migrants, including many from Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, being sent to Mexico or their home countries. A senior U.S. official attributes the numbers to tighter asylum rules and cooperation from other nations to slow the flow of migrants to the border. While the number of men, women, and children seeking entry at the border has dropped, mayors across the country say migrants already here are overwhelming their cities. Republican governors in southern states have sent tens of thousands of people to places like New York, Chicago, and Denver, and officials are struggling to find housing for them. As our Adriana Diaz found, the pressure at the local level is working its way.
Mayor Eric Adams is among a group of mayors from Los Angeles, Houston, and Denver who want a meeting with the president. Denver Mayor Michael Hancock.
Cities like Denver, cities like Chicago are stressed already. Our resources are stretched, and we need the support, the immediate support of the federal government.
Migrants nationwide are being housed in hotels, schools, community centers, even police stations in Chicago. That's where Alderman Byron Seek.
You hear that? That's crazy. They being housed at the police stations in Chicago.
I bet you they would get housing quicker than homegrown Americans. You lucky if housing lists open more than once a year. And that's the crazy part. They'll get it before anybody.
Yeah, but they're housing them in the police station. I wouldn't want to be housed in the police station. Like, what kind of shit? That's what I'm saying. That, like, they housing them, man. They ain't got nowhere to put them at, man. That ain't no way. That ain't no sign of freedom. Being in freedom to be in some area. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
If they was willing to do that, why don't you house people as from here in the police stations if it's so bad? This is crazy.
Yeah, well, nobody want to be up in the popo station. I'm telling you, boy, no way. Let's keep going.
Lopez is trying to find new spaces for migrants like this church, which was filled with families that had been at a police station last night.
We're acting quickly because the situation in police districts and airports is inhumane.
After landing in Chicago from Texas, Michael Calcaño and Mayra Falcón were only told to call 311, the city's helpline, but they say they didn't get any help. They spent the night at the airport.
You were at the airport, a church, a hospital.
a shelter, another hospital, and now you're here.
That's crazy. You hear that? All them play, man. That is man. He been bust around. He probably ain't been here but a good year. He probably been everywhere. Like, that's crazy. I mean, I'm just like, man, I can't believe it. And that's why I said we don't even know that. I mean, we understand that it's going on, but I didn't know all that. Like you said, some of them, and these are families that are being shoved around like that. This is too much, dog. It's crazy. I can't believe they doing that.
Yeah, like they putting in more work.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Way more work, dog. Like somebody might get this cut over here in this state, then they go over here, get this little cut, they get the cut, and then they get another. Man, this is crazy. Let's keep going, y'all.
6 lugares, 6 places.
6 lugares.
¿En cuánto tiempo? And how much time?
2 semanas.
2 semanas. 2 weeks.
And Adriana Diaz joins me now from Chicago. Adriana, how many migrants are being held in the shelters outside the shelters in Chicago?
Well, John, Alderman Nyc Lopez, who we interviewed in our piece, told us that at last count there were 600 migrants, both at police stations and at airports. The
That's crazy. So they at police stations and at 600. Man, this is crazy, man. I don't even understand. So I thought that they said they was giving them money. I thought, man, they lied to them people then. They told us where the money went then. They said what? They said they was giving them when they was crossing over. They said almost, 100 bands? When they supposed to get like 100 bands and education and a house? And bro, what they do, man, they done ran a flea flick on these folks, because I don't see none of that.
I thought Alaska was the only place that was actually doing all that, to be honest.
This is crazy, bro. I did not know that. I thought, remember everybody when they were saying it, even a lot of them schools, a lot of the teachers from the schools back then was not going to school. They were doing from the house, from the computer, and they was going to take that money to go, assume to teach those kids. And then they were supposed to get money and their family's supposed to get money. Now they just shuffling around. I wonder if they even got any money. I don't even know. I wonder. That's crazy. Let's keep going. I don't even know. Let's see what
shelters that the city is running, those are pretty much full. So that is why people are looking for other places to go. And we're told there really isn't, there aren't a ton of options. And so people are turning up at police stations. Police stations are places sometimes the homeless can come, the unhoused can come to wait to be transferred to a shelter. So police stations are now really bearing a lot of the brunt of this crisis here in Chicago.
Do they have a sense, Adriana, when that might stop, or when they might be able to take care of those people who are outside the shelter?
He couldn't even get himself together. He got the stern, he know it ain't gonna stop. He ain't even know how to say the answer right. When it's gonna stop, man? You know that. They at the police station, man. Like, man, they ain't got no other places to put them in Chicago but the police. Because you know why? They might assume that they could be, some criminals. I'm just saying, maybe they thinking they criminals and they scared. Salute, Shortcake. I'm just like, damn.
In the states with the most poverty.
Like, damn, I don't know how is that free? I did all that shit to get over here for you to tell me, you can just stay up there in the jail cell. Why would I want to do that? I want to know listen, they ain't got the key. They can go in and out. Do they got a curfew? How are they in there? Like, that sound like jail. I don't understand how they're able to. They can't go freely in and out. I just don't believe that. Salute, Michael.
Yo, I'm back in the building, so I'm a listen to what y'all are saying about it, so I can know what's going on. Because while I was in the gym, I went ahead and backed out. I either want to be all the way in, or I don't want to be.
Right.
I'm back now, and I want to see what's going on. Shout out to Anonymous.
Yep. All we was sitting there was talking about was, again, when we saw with the schools and stuff, and we're talking about the Title 42 and how that messed a lot of them up with the workers. A lot of the workers in Florida, you don't see them no more because they're scared they're going to get deported. So what we're doing is I'm showing right now about how the shortage is. And remember, I was asking everybody, do you remember when they first did it? when they started coming over, you remember when the kids were at home, everybody was homeschooling them from the house. And then they messed around and they said when those people came over here that they would give them like $100 grand, give them housing, all that. Didn't they say that?
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, because I remember that. I remember they did that. So why they don't got any money and why they keep, you ain't got to keep transferring me if I got $100 grand. You don't got to transfer me nowhere. You gonna drop me off anyway. They just dropping them off, bro. Like, what do they do when you drop them off? Or just go over here to this shelter right here. Like, that's crazy. So I'm going to show you the statistics, Mikey, on this, and you tell me what you think about this whole thing and it's out of control.
Migrant crossings at the southern border. Officials said Wednesday that
y'all make sure y'all hit that like button.
Have averaged roughly 4,400 apprehensions per day since the pandemic-era immigration policy expired. That's down from the daily average of 10,000 just before the restrictions ended. The U.S. has also been deporting more people, with thousands of migrants, including many from Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, being sent to Mexico or their home countries. A senior U.S. official attributes the numbers to tighter asylum rules and cooperation from other nations to slow the flow of migrants to the border. While the number of men, women, and children seeking entry at the border has dropped, mayors across the country say migrants already here are overwhelming their cities. Republican governors in southern states have sent tens of thousands of people to places like New York, Chicago, and Denver, and officials are struggling to find housing for them. As our Adriana Diaz found, the pressure at the local level is working its way up to the Biden administration.
Many communities nationwide, like this one in Brooklyn, New York, don't want shelters in their neighborhoods. Residents say they're already strapped for resources and have safety concerns.
I don't feel safe having adult males with no health screenings, no criminal background checks around our children.
What you think about that so far? What y'all think?
What he just said, I mean, he's 100% speaking facts, man. Like, you know, when things are going wrong with your country, you know what I'm saying, you can't just run to another country and expect to get put over the priority list of the people that are actually struggling in these communities.
Facts.
And then just randomly integrating them amongst everybody without the approval. I mean, what happened if, you know, cities working together? It seems like
what you say, Mikey? What about just a common courtesy? You know what I'm saying? What happened to that? Hey, I mean, if you want to do it, damn, give me a common courtesy or some shit. Like, hey, by the way, dog, we're gonna bring a whole bunch of motherfuckers here and just drop them off. And you, I mean,
Klaus, imagine if I pulled up, bro, and I just put a tent up in your backyard, and I'm like, next thing you know, I walk up in your house and I'm in the refrigerator and. Like, bro,
right.
you gonna put me in,
Mikey,
you gonna make me a hump in the ground.
You're allowed to do that. Now apparently nobody can
right.
get no charges for that now.
It's insane, bro. It's insane, bro.
That's what I said. So like my man said, so let's keep going, y'all. No, that's a fact, y'all. And y'all hitting it on the head.
Migrants have since been moved out of this school. New York City Mayor Eric Adams is among a group of mayors from Los Angeles, Houston, and Denver who want a meeting with the president. Denver Mayor Michael Hancock.
Cities like Denver, cities like Chicago are stressed already. Our resources are stretched, and we need the support, the immediate support of the federal government.
Migrants nationwide are being housed in hotels, schools, community centers, even police stations in Chicago. That's where Alderman Byron Sixto Lopez is.
So y'all hear that? So again, and at the police station, they at the Chicago police station.
But why are they not? I mean, they can't get like at that point, if I came over here, I was sold a bunch of dreams or believe there was a bunch of dreams. Why didn't man, before I'm in a police station, involuntarily, I'm gonna go back home.
Salute, Mr. Smith, but just think about it. When you come to get asylum, you give up. See, this is where they mess up. You give up, you forfeit your rights over there to come here, to take the rights of here. That's the trick. So whatever, see, that's what you forfeiting your rights to what your rights was there is not your rights here. You forfeit them. That's crazy.
No, then I would have reconsidered all that if I knew that beforehand. You'll find me in a rainforest somewhere, just away from society before that.
Right. Salute, Mr. Smith. What you think about it, Mr. Smith?
What it do? Mikey, what's up, baby? I heard you was in the city. You ain't even hit your boy up, man. I would have came and linked up with you. I would have gave you the blue carpet treatment, man.
Damn, man, I love the way Texas is treating me. I'm gonna have to come right back, man, on an undercover mission. Not even undercover, overcover. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pop up on you, Mr. Smith, see if you're not in basketball, man, because I think I can put the ball between your legs and do a reverse leg.
Hey,
so when I come back, we gonna get the one-on-one. Yeah. I'm short. Hey, I'm short, man. I'm like Allen Iverson, though. Yeah, I'm like Allen Iverson with the crossover. Yeah. I'm like Russell Westbrook.
But don't forget who MJ is, though. Don't forget who MJ is, man. Hey, you might have crossed me over, but I came back and dunked on you. You did what I'm saying.
Hey, no, I feel like that. I'm gonna come back. But man, I'm gonna come back though. We're gonna chop it up. But what you think about this situation, man?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I just tapped in, homie. I just tapped in.
Okay, so we're gonna give you
woke up.
All right, so we're gonna give you a little heads up so far, so you understand. So the migrants, what happened in New York today was they messed around and they just told them middle school, right? They just told them a day before and said, oh, by the way, we're busing migrants to the middle school gym that we just built in the inner city, and they're gonna stay there. But these kids got to go to school there. And it's so overpopulated at this point now that what we're gonna do is I'm gonna play the first video and then I'm gonna go back to this middle part of this one right here. So let's play this first one so you'll see what we're talking about. 1 second. Let's see. All right, here we go. Y'all hit that like button.
Is here in the city. Tonight, we're learning that several schools will be used to house incoming asylum seekers.
All right, as you can imagine, many parents aren't happy with the plan, claiming they were never told. Ashley Rodriguez live outside one of those schools in Williamsburg, Brooklyn tonight with reaction to the latest plan. Ashley.
Yeah, that's exactly what parents are saying. I mean, really, the city surprised everyone in this area that they were bringing migrants to be housed at this school. They told them yesterday afternoon. And not only that, the migrants will be taking over the newly renovated gym that services both PS-17 and MS-577.
So what you think about that, Mr. Smith?
Shit, that's cold. So they putting the immigrants, I don't like saying that.
The migrants.
Yeah, the migrants. So they putting them in the school gym where kids going to school at, and they housing them there?
Yes.
Okay, how that work when the kids got to go to school the next day?
Oh, okay. Let's keep going. Check it out. I'm glad you said that. Check it out. Let's watch it,
in Williamsburg stand outside during dismissal Monday afternoon, passing out flyers that say in big, bold letters, "Keep our kids safe."
I don't mind giving a helping hand, but when it interferes with the education of our students, yes, right. I do care.
Parents say they were given no notice about how many migrants are coming and who they are. Not only that, but the school's recently renovated gym is now off limits.
They waited like 2 years for the gym to get built and to come outside or winter locked up in the.
So what you think so far, Mr. Smith?
Yeah, I ain't with that. I'm with the lady, man. Because you don't know what the migrants got going on. Some of them running, some of them fleeing, some of them might be killers, some might be murderers, some might be pedophiles. And you put them in schools. You know what that remind me of when that Hurricane Katrina happened? And they moved out of people from New Orleans to Dallas to Fort Worth to Houston.
Yeah, I forgot. Yep, you're right about that. Yeah,
around the states, and they came raping families because they had the open door policy to where they was telling us, "Hey, let them in your home, shelter them, blase, blase," and people was doing it. And you know what happened? Kids came up missing. Kids came up raped. Kids came up molested. Whole families died.
Yeah.
for having an open door policy, it's the same thing. Now you're talking about people from other countries. You don't know what they on. They coming from war zones, Jack.
Yep, that's a fact.
They come here to win. They come here to do their thing. So when I mean do their thing, that means everything.
Now I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you remember, because I know you good on this, do you remember when they first really came over here, they was telling everybody that they was giving these folks, what, 100 bands, give them education in a crib?
Yeah.
So why is they moving all these people around if they gave them this money? They moving them around and dropping them off, but they ain't got the money. They ain't got no house. They ain't got no education. Somebody got duped. They told us they was giving the bread. They ain't gave no bread to nobody.
Nah, they ain't gave him no money, man.
That's
If they gave him some money, it wouldn't be all this. You know, all this commotion, all them
facts.
All you know. Look, bro, Greg Abbott, let me put it, I'm in Texas. You did what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I see it every day when it comes to the border, right? So, you know what Greg Abbott do? When they cross the border, he put them all on the bus and send them to D.C. Yeah. I didn't know he sent them to Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a new one, but he sent them to D.C., Philly. Soon as they get here, they get processed. They put them in that little, I call it a concentration camp, because that's what it is.
Right.
They separate the kids and the parents. They separate them. Like, when they get them, the kids don't even see the parents. They might bust the parents in Colorado and bust the kids in California or something. They don't keep them together, so shit. Yeah, they doing them people wrong. And my thing in Texas, how can you kick them out when this they land? Go back to the Alamo. This they land. What his name? Santa or something like that, the general of Mexico when the war happened. This they land. We kicked them out of place. So in their mind, how you gonna kick us out of somewhere where we come from?
Right.
Well, Texas was called Tejas. Tejas means welcome.
Yep.
You did what I'm saying? So in their mind, nah, this our homeland too.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get here, you want to bust us and put us in concentration camps and split up the family? Nah, man, America raw in the mud, man. I'm telling them, the government is the real gangsters.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're the real ones. So let's keep going. Check this out. So, and this is okay. Listen to what they say.
The kids will effectively be under a lockdown during recess, and they blame Mayor Eric Adams. They intend to tell him what's on their mind through a rally Tuesday at 8 a.m.
The mayor really got to look into the law, into what's permissible.
The location of PS 17 and MS 577 is now one of 150 temporary shelters in the city, not counting the 6 locations recently designated. The news coming down as 4,200 migrants arrived in the city last week.
It doesn't have to be.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
That's crazy, ain't it? So this is the playback off of this one, what I was telling you about. So what they're talking about in this other video, where we're going to pick up at, is in Chicago, what's going on in Chicago, and where they're all of them being spread it out at, where people don't realize they have nowhere to stay. So let's go to that part on that one.
A group of mayors from Los Angeles, Houston, and Denver who want a meeting with the president. Denver Mayor Michael Hancock.
Cities like Denver, cities like Chicago are stressed already. Our resources are stretched, and we need the support, the immediate support.
And see, even though they want to put the light on, I understand with Texas, they want to put the light on them, but he said they stress, so that means it's a lot more people sending other people there too. See what I'm saying? It ain't just him, bro. Trust me. I can show it ain't just him now. That's why I just put that up there to show really he one of the last few that did it. You see what I'm saying? Because they being shuffled around, and he like, nah, this ain't right. That's why I understand, them coming over here. But man, if they right over there, they like if somebody at cross your door and keep coming over your fence, and you like, bro, quit coming over my fence. But they ain't coming over the neighbor's fence. But the neighbors say, hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with them coming over there. You like, yeah, but they ain't coming over your fence, though. I'm gonna send them over to your house then. When they come over here, I'm just gonna send them over there. Then they start getting over your house. Well, I don't want them over here. Then their neighbors say, well, what's wrong with them being over there? Well, we're gonna send them to your house then. You see what I'm saying? Like, it don't make it right. You feel what I'm saying? So this the guy right here in Denver, the mayor, and watch this.
To the federal government.
Migrants nationwide are being housed in hotels, schools, community centers, even police stations in Chicago. That's where Alderman Byron Siccho Lopez is trying to find new spaces for migrants like this church.
See what I'm saying? They housing them in the jails. I wouldn't want to be in no jail. You can't.
You got to think about where they come from.
Yeah.
Jail to them in America is like a 5-star hotel. They coming from war zones, so I don't think they mind being there. I think they just, I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I said.
I ain't gonna lie. I take that back. I couldn't even finish it. God
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Nah, that ain't cool. That ain't cool at all. If I'm trying to get away from another war zone, don't lock me up.
Yeah, don't put me in it. And my thing is, can they get in and out? Can they go to the store and come back? Where's their room at? Why? Like, I ain't got no key because when the jail shut down at night, they can't just go in it, man. That's wild. Let's keep going, y'all. This is crazy.
Which was filled with families that had been at a police station last night.
We're acting quickly because the situation in police districts and airports is inhumane.
After landing in Chicago from Texas, Migrant Calcaño and Mayra Falcon were only told to call 311, the city's helpline, but they say they didn't get any help. They spent the night at the airport. You were at the airport, a church, a hospital, a shelter, another hospital, and now you're here.
Okay.
6 lugares, 6 places.
Been 6 places, dog.
Yeah. And a lot of the migrants, they're not coming from Mexico. They're coming from Venezuela.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Haiti, even Haiti. I remember when they was beating them with whips at the border last year or 2 years ago. Every time they crossed, you had the border patrol on horses whooping them with whips.
Allegedly. We had to say allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, let's keep.
¿Cuánto tiempo and how much time?
2 semanas.
2 semanas.
2 weeks.
And Adriana Diaz joins me now from Chicago. Adriana, how many migrants are being held in the shelters outside the shelters in Chicago?
Well, John, Alderman Siccho Lopez, who we interviewed in our piece, told us that at last count there were 600 migrants, both at police stations and at airports.
That's crazy, ain't it?
You know what's crazy is that if anybody has family members outside this country that they still speak to, Americans are hated. We are not welcome in any other country. And I'm not talking about resorts and stuff like that, but outside of that, there's no place safe for an American to go to without being a mark. But they come here.
Right. Now you can't go over there to Mexico right now. They'll tell you don't go over there.
You can't go nowhere. You can't even go to Italy, and that's my family members that I speak to over there, and everything that they see on the news about us, and we know everything is censored. And I'm not saying it's censored it's to a point to where as though they're trying to paint a picture that we're just the most terrible people in the world.
Right. No, people say that. They even say that over in Canada. They say that a lot of people I know in Canada, they be like, man, I heard this crazy. I'm like, nah, it ain't that bad. They're like, no, it's crazy because, in Canada, there's a no gun law. You can't carry a gun. You get caught with a gun. It's a wrap. So, you know what I'm saying? So it changed the narrative. People move a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? They think more. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
The shelters that the city is running, those are pretty much full. So that is why people are looking for other places to go. And we're told there really isn't, there aren't a ton of options. And so people are turning up at police stations. Police stations are places sometimes the homeless can come, the unhoused can come to wait to be transferred to a shelter. So police stations are now really bearing a lot of the brunt of this crisis here in Chicago.
So yeah, so man, so what you think in a nutshell with all this right here, Anonymous?
It's too. This is crazy. Like we're supposed to be the worst people in this whole world, but they come over here. They're more well taken care of. Or I can't say that because you got people in police stations and stuff like that. But I guarantee you, they first priority before anybody else. And I think it's just adding on more so to the problem when apparently America's supposed to be broke. We're supposed to be in the negatives at this point. We got our own people that's struggling and hurting, and we are zero priority to anyone out here.
Yeah, no, you absolutely right about that, and that's why I said it's sad, it's unfortunate. Just the fact. What up with you, G?
To drag the kids in and make them, we don't know nothing about these people. These kids don't know nothing about nothing that's going on unless of whatever has been told to them in the household or the schools. But even then, that's even less likely to be accurate. But man, and at this point, it's more so people fleeing for what they probably did before anything else. Because we're supposed to be these terrible people, so there's got to be something major going on that they did to come out here.
Nah, that's for real. That's why I said it's just really just unfortunate and sad, man. That where we at right now, and then we got all this stuff, this epidemic going on. Basically, where these kids are losing lives over this, this bootleg stuff that they got out there, and then you got this right here with the migrants, and it just makes it bad, like you say, a bad toxic soup. That's all it is.
But they also said that gym was newly renovated. Did they renovate it for them? Like it kind of makes you wonder some things.
Yeah, that's what I said too. Yeah, I said, man, for 2 years. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I apologize.
No, go ahead.
But the school systems are already broke. They can barely afford to pay for pay the teachers anything that's worth what they should get. It's a struggle it's the parents that basically supply everything for the schools, books, crayons, whatever. That list goes on and on. But so does this mean that the kids are going to lose, the gym class and anything else? Is that like, are they going to lose programs because of this? Because you're trying to house people
right
that's not even from here?
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Nah, you're right. You're right. So yeah, man, I wanted to put this out here, man, and hopefully y'all share this, man, and it gives y'all a topic to talk about, people to look at it, because again, we can't forget that this is a lot of this stuff that's going on, and it's right in front of us, and we're seeing all this from the child trafficking, things of that nature. A lot of this is going on, and it's starting to make sense, because I think that, like you said, a disaster to put somebody, like we said, that is overcapacitated. They never gave these people the area. They didn't have a plan on where they was going to put these people. They steady just shifting people, like it's like Mr. Smith says, separating families and moving them, and they don't know where they're going to be at, and they ain't got no money, and they just shifting them. And I don't know if somebody's getting the bag. Maybe they using up their vouchers, and say, hey, we did this for them. We couldn't find this. We look, because they don't have anywhere to go. And then when you put a bunch of people laying in cots in a gym, you know what I'm saying? Well, man, what you expect after a while? You know what I'm saying? What if some of them people are there just designed to try to take them kids? You know what I'm saying? How three security guards with 700 kids in a room full of people in the gym gonna stop them in New York? Come on, man. That's crazy.
Like I said before, this is new, the 2023 version of a concentration camp. And it's just only a matter of time before the motive actually comes out on why they're even doing it. But
that's a fact.
There's been several different forms of concentration camps. First it was Spaniards that was in there, and then it was murderers and rapists that was in there, and then it was Jewish, and now, then they did it after, when Trump was in office. I still call it a concentration camp because they had the kids and stuff in cages when he was in office trying to drain swamps, and now this.
Yeah.
It's like, and I've said on previous lives that you had that It's like we're going back into these Hitler days.
Nah, that's a fact.
It's like a new form of it.
Yeah, it's scary, man. It's really scary. So, man, hey, man, I appreciate you coming on here. I appreciate everybody rocking with your boy tonight, man. It was a beautiful thing. I want to say salute to everybody, my mods. Salute to the people in the chat. Salute to Mr. Smith. Salute to Anonymous in the game. I appreciate you. Yeah, we had a great bill, man. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all keep on following. Hit that notification. We're going to keep on building. We're going to keep on growing. We're going to keep on getting bigger and bigger. You feel what I'm saying? So on that note, I got something I'm going to take us out with. Somebody asked me to do something for them, so we're going to check this out. Salute to Mr. Smith. He asked me to do him a solid, so I'm going to play something for him. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Man, make sure y'all follow Mr. Smith. Said a show coming out pretty soon. Salute to him. You know what I'm saying? And keep on doing your thing, bro.
You better hope he lets you back in. If you ever get out of line over there again, I'll smash your fucking head so hard you won't be able to get that cowboy hat on. You hear me? Fucking head. Maybe it's me. I'm a little fucked up, maybe. But I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
It's time! Salute, Mr. Smith. Salute, Anonymous. We out. Peace.